guys, welcome to another Clockwerk Case Mods client project. Most of you know me as Orange Clockwerk across the forums. This is going to be for a friend of mine named Kenroy. He's working on a Cooler Master HAF932, and it's kind of going to be a series of different parts. I'm basically going to do quite a bit of modding on this case for him, but it's going to be just a little piece here and there at a time. So the first thing we're going to start off with is a power supply shroud with some paint on it and an LED backlit over a cutout that I'm going to make with the CNC, and then from there we'll go into some custom painting in the next video, and then a solid state mount in another video, and probably a couple other things before we wrap up everything for his project. So I already have the design that he wants for the power supply shroud and put it in my CAM software, and I'm going to go ahead and get that cut out so I can glue it together. Okay, after a couple hours or so of cutting, all the pieces are done for today, at least. I had to use my 16th inch end mill because the letters are really intricate. You'll see in a minute. Here's the two pieces. I'm going to go ahead and peel the paper off and clean them up a bit and give you a look. Here's the parts all cleaned up, a nice close-up of them. Now they're ready for glue and then paint. And then I'll be waiting on the yellow acrylic to show up so I can make a backdrop, and it'll be glued on over all these openings, and then the LEDs will light up the yellow acrylic. This is going to be painted a Bengal blue, I believe it's called, so I'll be getting on that tomorrow morning. Okay, now that I have the cutouts, I'm going to go ahead and glue them together in the formation of the shroud. I'm going to do it the same method that I did on my case here for gluing all these on. I'm going to tack it on with some super glue. This stuff like dries like instantly, and get it together like that, and then I'll run the acrylic cement down there and have it weld the pieces together. Okay, now I've tacked in place. I'm going to add this thin little, it's about an 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch, or 0.1 by 0.1 inches, little square stock. It was left over from one of these cutouts. I'm going to actually glue this in the seam for some added rigidity, just to make sure, because this is going to be the only thing holding these two pieces together, and I want to make sure that it's solid. So when I weld it with the acrylic cement, it'll be nice and tight, and less chance of it cracking in half, especially during shipping. But it'll be packed up really nice and tight for shipping as well, and some foam. Okay, now it's glued together. I got to make 4 mounting holes here, a 1/2 inch in, and then 3 more 1/4 inch away from each other, just in case, so there's a good chance he'll hit something when he goes to install this. Once these are in, I can use it to hang it up, and then hit it with primer and paint, and then I'll just be waiting on the yellow acrylic. Okay, now I'm going to hit with some primer, and then some paint, and then some clear. Alright guys, so after some paint and some glue, the shroud is looking sweet. I got the yellow acrylic in the mail today, and I'm about to cut it on the mill. It's going to take 2 rectangles and put one on the top, one on the bottom, and glue in the little pieces for the inside of the letters that I have over there. and it'll be done until the LEDs show up. I actually just ordered a bunch of LEDs, so I have a nice stock supply, and as soon as those are done, or as soon as those are here, I'll be able to wrap this up and ship it out to Kenroy, and then we might get started on our next part of the project pretty soon here. Coming up after this, I also have a reservoir I'm going to be building, so a couple of videos coming up, and of course some more videos for my own personal project, Cypress 29. So I'm going to go ahead and get these panels cut and get them glued on here, and then be able to get back to work on my computer for a couple days. Okay, so we ran into a little bit of issue here. I had gone into cutting some acrylic. Clips might have got screwed up here a little bit too in the video process because I kind of stopped and fell back. The lighting wasn't working exactly as planned. Little dots from the LEDs were shining through on the acrylic. I tried diffusing the light with some light diffusing film. I changed acrylic to the sticker yellow acrylic. It's an opaque that blocks 80% light, only lets 20% come through, and it's still showing dots, even layered with the diffusing film. The only way I've seemed to combat it was with an 1/8 inch piece of white acrylic behind the yellow. And we didn't adjust for those tolerances when making this part here. So Kenroy is going to have me make quite a bit of other mods for the case, so what we're going to do is wait to do the final completion of this until the keys are going to ship me the case here, and I'm going to work on it. I got some solid state mounts, cable sleeving, some painting, and a couple other things to do to it, so it'll be quite a big project eventually. So for now I'm just going to cut this piece of acrylic. I'm going to double-sided tape it on to get a look at what it'll look like before it gets lit up. And then once the case gets here, I'll figure out how I can arrange the lights to have it shine properly and get that nice backlit effect going on. So for now I'm going to cut this and tape it on, so I'll see you after this is cut. Okay, so the yellow pieces are cut. The theme is supposed to be blue and gold, but gold acrylic is not going to illuminate very well, so this is about the closest we're going to get. So for now I just have double-sided tape. When I do it officially, I'm probably going to glue everything into place. And there it is, the yellow backdrop. Hold up to the light. Looks pretty sweet, so I'm excited to get it actually lit up correctly and see it all come together. So next step will be when the case comes in, getting it backlit. See you guys then. Alright guys, Kenroy finally got his case out to me, and I'm going to continue working on it in little increments as time permitting for me and as cash is permitting for him, and we're just going to go along until we get everything that he wants done. He's coming up with ideas and bouncing them off me, and we're coming up with different mods to do after this. I'm going to do some custom painting. I got him already in the process of taking off like the bezel and the front bezel, and that part, the top bezel, is going to get a paint job. They're going to get painted gold. The decals that are on the front of the case, it came out an awkward gold, I think, but he wants to get it painted in an actual gold metallic, so I'm going to do that. That's going to be in a separate video, separate update. For now I just kind of set the power supply shroud into place. It matches like sweet. I really like how it's looking. Basically I just got to come up with a way to mount it in here. I'm going to mock up one of my power supplies and throw it in and test it out, see what kind of different ways I can mount it that'll look nice and clean in here, and also be permitting for the LED lights. I might have to add like a backdrop panel here that goes to the wall to connect it, like a I don't know, some kind of angle piece or something, so I can attach it up here and then fasten it to the motherboard tray. I think for right now, this is where I'm going to finally end this update, edit this video and get it up on the web, and then next up I'll probably do a little bit of the lighting work in there and getting this fastened, and I'll throw in the painting and the bezels into another video, kind of group that into one. because each of them's not much time, and I've already got a lot of video footage for just making this power supply shroud. So that'll be the end of this video. If you guys like what you're seeing on my channel, go ahead and subscribe, like and share the video and everything. Also, you can contact me at clockwerkcasemods@gmail.com if you have any ideas and you want to get some custom mods done. I'm pretty much taking any kind of order that comes my way. If I think I can make it happen within the tools that I got, we'll work it out and make something happen. So yeah, it's getting quite a bit of emails coming in lately too, and I'm pretty busy, so there might be some kind of lead time starting off. We'll see how that goes. I really got to get my case project done so I want to get my project done so I could put focus on Clockwerk Case Mods and get my website up and get everything in order for that. So then going into my next project, I'm a lot more organized into splitting my time between doing side work and doing my main project, and also going to work full time. So with nothing else, we'll end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.